What did your crush do that absolutely killed your interest? This was in college. We were acquaintances and had a few classes together. He was cute, funny, and I totally had a crush on him. He asked me out to dinner and a movie. At the restaurant he ordered the most expensive things on the menu. Apps, drinks, lobster, and even dessert. When the bill came he said, "You got this, right?" I was so embarrassed I paid. Then I said I'd skip the movie because I wasn't feeling well, and he asked me to give him 20 for gas and for wasting his time. I didn't and just left. Ugh. After that he couldn't seem to understand why I didn't want to go out with him again. Holy FBLMAO. I was giving her a place to sleep when she was feuding with her mother. After weeks of picking up after her, I dared to complain. She had a screaming fit, packed up her crap and left. I was glad to be rid of her. Until later it got around to me that she was telling people on FB that I kicked her out for refusing to give me a blowjob. There is a lot I can forgive. But that was the first time I had ever had anyone just straight up make stuff up about me. Beep you. Hey. Her. Why are you leaving a tip? Me. Service was really good. Her. But she's fat. Bragged about drinking and driving. He told me that he and his friends have a nothing under 100 club, where they drink and then drive on the interstate going 100 miles per hour and have to send a full-length Snapchat video of the speedometer to each other. 2 of my friends had been killed by a drunk driver 3 months prior. Oh God. That's awful. We went to Disneyland, where I had an annual pass, with my friends and family for an event called Dapper Day, where you dress up in dapper clothing so everything looks very old-timey. I had done it for years with my friends and he wanted to come. And my mom and siblings were going for the first time too. I was really excited as it was the first time he had ever met my family. Well, we went on one ride with my family and my friends, and then he said, "Do you want to go on a ride, just me and you?" I thought we'd come back and spend the rest of the day with them, but as soon as we were out of earshot he was complaining about my family and how weird it was that they were there, and he wanted to do Disney with just me. But he had known they were coming, so I was confused. Then we went on one more ride and he started complaining about how hot it was, how tired he was, and before lunch he wanted to go home. I was super upset but didn't want him leaving on his own, so I just went with him. But on the way home I wished I had just let him leave and I could have stayed with all the people I loved. It was the first time in years my sister and my mom had been to Disney, and I didn't know it then, but it was the last time I got to go with my brothers before they grew up and now they hate me. He was just some dude I dated. Not a boyfriend or anything that lasted very long. I'm still so mad at myself for letting him ruin my day. But yet, it absolutely killed anything I felt for him, and we broke up a few days later. Revealed his list of conquests. Not even my brother knows how many women I've slept with. Then he offered to take my virginity in the back of his pickup truck. I passed. I'm black. She's black. Our crush was mutual. Then she found out that I was once in a relationship with a white woman. She then jumped down a rabbit's hole of my betrayal of the black family, and some other nonsense of my trauma of self-hatred. Never been turned off by anything faster than that. We were in the process of getting together. She had called over and we spent an afternoon watching movies and sitting close together. By about 8 in the evening she was considering staying later and I was casually encouraging her. She asked if she could take a shower. And I was like, yeah. Sure, of course. Glad that the bathroom was clean and tidy and I had fresh towels. Anyway, about 4 minutes later she calls me saying she needs help with the shower. And I give her a moment to get a towel around herself and knock on the bathroom door. She opens it completely naked. And shows me that she's having trouble with the shower controls. So I'm kinda unsure whether to make the move or start with the controls, so I go with the flow and show her this is hot and cold. This is pressure. This is rainforest. And this is power jets. In the 5 seconds it takes me to do this, she has sat on the toilet. Which is kinda a weird thing because I need to be able to make the next move. And she's sitting on the toilet. Naked. With the lid up. Looking all disinterested. I'm thinking I've screwed it up when suddenly. Kersplosh. And she takes a dump right in front of me. And then another one. I was just I'll leave you to it. I am a head out. He talked about how he and his friends used to abuse farm cats. They talked about one that was buried and then run over. I did a quick 180 and absolutely hated him. Edit. Little late now. But thank you everyone for the upvotes. Unfortunately I only heard about the abuse when he was talking to someone else. And it wasn't a recent thing, think high school. And at this point he was a few years into college. I also live in Farmtown, USA. So this really isn't an uncommon thing. And I doubt the cops would do anything. I'm glad to see so many caring people on here. Though. Cats don't get as much love in my community as they should. Our 3 are here living in spoiled royalty. And my dad hates it. She asked if things didn't work out if I would mind if she went out with my roommate. I said I couldn't possibly do that to him and left. He tried to discreetly take photos of my feet. Nothing against people who are into that. But the way he was going about it was super creepy. She asked me if I was good with kids because she was pregnant with her ex and that she's not good with kids. It was the first date. No way, dude. What was your response? I told her that I'm not comfortable raising a child that isn't mine and that it's not gonna work out. After my response she lost her speep, screaming that I was a heartless piece of speep and that all men are the same. We were teenagers. He lived in a different province. And we used to chat on Skype. He wanted me to think he was a badass or something and would always talk about his drug use. He ended up faking a heroin overdose when we were on chat together. I was hysterically crying and freaking out thinking I was watching someone dying and was trying to figure out how to call 911 in another province when he snapped out of it and told me he was actually okay. I didn't talk to him much after that. Stole from a homeless person. We were walking together downtown and she saw a bucket of coins in front of a pharmacy. She just scooped it all up and kept walking. Guy comes out as she's 20 feet away or so and yells at her. She keeps moving. I stood there and just gave him a 20 and didn't hang out with her anymore. We were 14 and 15. It was very nice of you to give him money. I can't imagine why someone would steal from a homeless person. She said I smile too much. Beep you. I smile when I want to. I try to find joy. Kept arranging times to talk and whatnot. Then always forgot or was not available. I've had the same thing happen to me. She would always text me and ask if I could chat at a certain time. Of course I would agree. Then when I called she would have her phone off or only answer 5% of the time. I really liked her too. So I was just like WTF. If you say you want to talk at so and so time. You know. Answering the phone might help. Bullied the quiet kid in our class. Turned out to be the person eating everyone else's food from the break room fridge. His sister actually approached me and let me know that he was once arrested for locking their other pregnant sister in their basement. Went on a coke binge while she desperately tried to get out. And went outside to beat their unsuspecting neighbor's van with a golf club. That was a big ol' nope. Kissed me and then, after he pulled away, told me he has a girlfriend. Yeah. I don't get washing. I just don't really like taking a shower or a bath or anything. I can smell this quote. Placed the tip on the table before we'd received service. Before using it as a threat. Re all ugly. This was years ago. On a first date tried to convince me to quit my job and put all my savings into gold bars. Then demanded I let him read my tarot cards to see if we'd be a good fit. Nope nope nope. Another controlling type. I. What did your crush do?